So the first one is what is the problem in project management? We need to figure out whenever we would love to deliver the project to the community members and to their target community. We need to understand what is the community problem. So here, a problem is an urgent issue that requires identifying its root cause to find an effective solution. Because we are doing the project is actually giving the solution to the community. It can be any solution which is they are facing according to the different circumstances. So a problem is an urgent issue, but whenever we are going to solve the problem, we need to identify their root cause. That is very important. Without understanding the root cause of the problem, it is very difficult and challenging to find an effective solution. Let's say, for example, you don't really trying to understand the cause of the problem, and also you are just trying to focus on problem and you give the solution will not be sustainable. So that the problem will be repeated again and again because the main we did not solve we do not solve the cause. So that is very important to understand this. Now is I would love to introduce about the problem tree. So, what is the problem tree? So, a problem tree format is we widely use to identify the root cause and the core problem and its effect. So, with that format, we can easily understand about which one is the problem, which one is the cause, and also which one is the and consequence and effects. Let's see what represent which. So here, problem tree. So as you see very clearly in a tree, the middle part, it representing the problem, and also the roots. The root is the very core important point part of the tree. So the root is representing the causes, and also the branches, the trees and the branches is representing the consequences and effects. The reason that we are referring to this each part is because to get a very good tree, so we the root is very important. If the root is something that happened to the roots, so the 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 trunk, the middle part of the body of the tree will be sick, and also that will not be good, and as a result the branches will not look good anymore. So just like this, whenever we are going to solve a problem like a tree, we always have to figure out the cause, which is the root. So that is very important part. Now let's see another one. What do we need to consider first when we create a problem tree? So very important. Even in reality, whenever we are trying to look for a solution through the problem tree, we always have to figure out the cause of the problem. However, whenever we are creating the problem, the first one is we need to think about the problem first. Problem tree. Whenever we are creating the problem tree, the first thing is we need to know what is the problem first. So based on the problem, we have to know what is the cause of this problem and what are the consequences and effects. How can we know? How can we know those problem causes and efforts, and how can we figure out? So there are some possible ways that most of the project managers and project team is using, and also what we really need to do whenever we are going to look for the problem cause and efforts. This is here. The first one is we must reach out and collaborate with the community members, because we will do the project for the community members. It can be village, it can be a quarter, it can be one resident place, it can be anywhere. So we must reach out and collaborate with the community members, which mean the target community members. And the second point is we have to ensure our project focus by engaging diverse community member across different setup, which means, for example, you would love to do the one education project, so you reach out to the teachers and the school. It is not actually enough. So we also have to reach out to the maybe administration office, or maybe a kind of the health sector, so that may related to your project. So reaching out to each sector is never enough. We always make sure to reach out to the different sectors which is related to your projects. It means even though your project is more focusing on the education, it doesn't mean you have to reach out to only teachers. Not like this. We also have to reach out to their parents, maybe any other school committee members or the students or something like this. That is very important, because to figure out the cause, which is the root of the problem, is only reaching out to one setters can never help us to look for the real cause of the problem. So that is very important. And the third point is we have to listen to their voices. They are mean community members. We have to listen to their voices by using the take perspective concept. The reason of I am encouraging you to use the take perspective concept is take perspective concept is the very well balance of the emotional thinking and logical thinking. So take perspective is we listen. We also somehow trying to look from their perspectives, but we always it doesn't mean we always believe what they said, not like this, because as a project team member, we have to give the respect to the community members who share their information. At the same time, we also have to use our logical thoughts and logical thinking to understand and to analyze, is it true or it is correct, it is need to believe or not need to be believed, because sometimes the community members may only focus on what they are specializing in. Sometimes they may only focusing on as their need, what is their want. That's why. All right, that is we have to accept it, and also we have to always remind ourselves that there may be a deeper root cause of the what community members mention. So sometimes the community members may highlight it that is the root cause, but whenever we figure out more, there can be another primary root cause of that cause. So that is we always have to aware ourselves. And another slide is the common challenges whenever we are identifying the root cause of a problem. Since we are engaging and working and collaborating with the community members, so there are a lot of the attacks can happen. So here are the common challenges in identifying the root cause of a problem. So the first one is the community may emphasize their own needs, focusing only issue related to their set or influencing your perception of the main problem. Which means if you only reaching out to the teacher only may focus on the problem which is related to own with their school. They may not know any other about, and they may only focus this is their own problem, this is their main problem, and also sometimes it can influence your thoughts. We have to make sure about this, and we have to aware about that as well. And sometimes the community members may not aware that what they are really facing, what is their own problem, what they have to talk. They may not really understand what they are facing and what is they are suffering. So at the time, and the data that you got may not be very useful for you like this, but of course we always have to pay the respect to our community members. And sometimes the community member may not feel comfortable and may hesitate to explore and to share the root cause of the problem because of the some circumstances that can make them to fear of. So that is we always have to aware. So for this is I also created the how to handle those challenges. So there are three main points that we can handle those challenges is we have to prepare the questions to uncover hidden insights and guide data collection, which means whenever we are going to create the research questions to explore more about them, the question should be very widely spread and very well prepared one. So we should not focus on the only following the book weights, not like that. And we always have to make a blend of the taking perspective concept and empathizing concept, because like I here mentioned, it can show the respect and it can make more logical, and it can inform you to have the more decision making process like that. And also we whenever we create the questions for the community members who is not really aware what they are facing, is that sometimes we can ask and listen to their experience. Through this experience we can analyze what they have so far, what they are facing, and what they need to be aware or something like this. Sometimes even though we ask them the right questions, since they don't even know what they are suffering, they can give you the answer that you need. So sometimes we also have to avoid frequent use of the focus group discussion, especially whenever some participant shows the in comfort to share the information with a group of the people. We have to aware and we have to create another method, which is kind of the individual interview style and following the research ethics, which is keeping their confidentials and trying to explain how you are going to do what you are going to do, and also making sure giving them the space to explain about what they have so far and to what they face as a root cause, something like this. So these are what we need to understand and how we can figure out through the problem tree lesson. Thank you.